Border News follows the latest headlines now from ITN.
Now on Border, a satirical sermon from St Albans, courtesy of Harry Enfield.
Well, here on Carlton now, part 5 of the Beatles anthology.
Merry Christmas from Carlton.
From Carlton, it's London Today with Paul Green and Liz Wickham.
Now, London Today with Mary Nightingale and Paul Green.
Now, the highlight of Christmas Day on Carlton, an all-star cast in Aladdin. Our movie in 40 minutes is Sleepless in Seattle. First though, here on Carlton, there's a fortune to be won. In half an hour, Lisa Riley will be here with some seasonal home video disasters in You've Been Framed. That's 8:15, after Emmerdale, Part 2. This is Carlton, part of ITV. Now it's time for the latest news. It's a busy time in Emmerdale, so tonight we have 2 visits. Here's the first.
The festive season on Carlton, and our celebrity appeal Come Home for Christmas is in half an hour. First, it's Catchphrase with Nick Queer.
This is Carlton. Thank you for sharing your Christmas Day with us. Now, who's a clever boy or girl?
Night, rich and famous Elton John at 8 o'clock. And a host of stars now as John Stapleton presents our celebrity appeal, Home for Christmas. Tonight at 8, we celebrate Madonna and Guy's first wedding anniversary in Rich and Famous. Now on Carlton, we join Fiona Oates. Tonight, Rich and Famous Elton John, Richard E. Grant and Madonna and Guy at 8 o'clock. Now on Carlton, time for the news.
Thanks TVAM, it's Christmas Eve and a very Merry Christmas to you from me, Vivian Stewart, and all of us here at Central. Santa will be here soon, but first some special entertainment tonight.
To round off Boxing Day on Central, a special show of late-night music featuring one of the world's great jazz musicians, Dizzy Gillespie.
They're now
On Central, a movie premiere, Lewis Collins in Who Dares Wins. Treasures of the Snow, a story set in the Swiss Alps, is our morning film, next on Central. On Central Saturday morning cinema, Treasures of the Snow is the story of a 13-year-old boy searching for happiness.
Now sing along to your favourite Christmas carols with the Christchurch Cathedral Choir.
Now on Central, let's strike it lucky.
We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
This is Central on Christmas Holiday Monday. It's 12:30, time for the news.
Before that, Clive James faces a 35-stone sumo wrestler, but even that must be preferable to facing the loving and caring jibes of Dame Edna, as Roger Moore has to after the news.
Good morning and Merry Christmas to you. This is Central with the news summary now with Anne Lucas at ITN.
Now the first of 4 movies for Christmas Eve here on Central. Peter O'Toole is the Pied Piper.
And there's Christmas music tonight from Durham Cathedral in Highway at 6:15 with Harry Seacombe. And there's music now.
Now on Central, Minder.
In 10 minutes or so, Field of Dreams. Now, the news.
Christmas Day on Central continues with a tale of courage and adventure, the never-ending story.
Time now on Central to roast the Christmas rabbit.
Soldier Soldier stars Robson and Jerome now on Central with their own Christmas special.
There's the beast, here's the beauty.
Now a supernatural investigation by Fox Mouldy and music from the Spice Boys. Or is it Russ Abbott?
Now on Central, Michael Caine stars with Kermit and the gang in The Muppet Christmas Carol.
Now on Central, our movie premiere.
Now on Central ITV, Rowan Atkinson leaves a trail of seasonal disasters in Do-It-Yourself, Mr. Bean.
There must be something in the pudding. We've already had 1 birth in Emmerdale, 2 more now in Coronation Street.
This is Granada. Well, in 5 minutes, a host of stars will be celebrating Christmas with the Crankies. But first, to catch up with the latest world news, we'll join Martin Lewis at the studios of ITN.
Now in Granada, we're off to a mountain in the north of Sweden in search of Father Christmas. You're watching Granada, now from ITN in London, the latest national and international news.
Now on Granada, Steven Spielberg's Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
This is Granada presenting the news. Following the news, our film starring Clint Eastwood is Magnum Force. Now to ITN, presenters tonight are Sandy Gall and Alistair Stewart.
This is Granada. Now over to ITN for the news this Christmas Eve.
Tonight at 9:15, the film drama Secret Weapon, the dramatised story of Mordecai Vanunu. That follows the news.
On Granada now, a Taggart with a French connection in the feature-length film Violent Delights.
In half an hour, it's Watching, but first comedy from Bedsitterland in Rising Damp.
Now, a very special Granada tonight with a Disney flavour.
In just under 10 minutes, we'll have more Christmas cartoons for you, courtesy of Bugs Bunny. And at 2 o'clock, we'll be spending time with 6 Little Angels. Now it's 1 o'clock and we go to...
And on Granada now, world news.
Well, we now join Jeremy Beadle for a festive look at your Christmas crackers. An explosion in a series of killings has Taggart investigating, now on Granada.
Now the first of this afternoon's films, a family drama involving a con man and 2 children. One lazy summer's afternoon, a young girl follows a mysterious white rabbit. So begins a classic story.
Once again, our apologies to our viewers this Christmas Eve who are experiencing picture interference. This is due to severe weather conditions. Now, ITN.
Winner of 7 Oscars, an epic western, directed, produced and starring Kevin Costner.
Now the latest news from around the region. Now in the house with pop sensation Cleopatra and friends.
A very good afternoon to you. Now, all the news that's important to us from right around our region. Cogs and Sprinks' mission to find the long-lost crystals leads them to more adventures. The timekeepers of the millennium is at war.
Now classic comedy with Eric and Ernie, Morecambe and Wise.
6:15 on HTV.
Our Friday afternoon continues now on HTV with the world's greatest magic.
Now on HTV, our movie is the magical Disney adventure, Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
Christmas Eve film comedy now here on HTV with Sister Act 2. They're back in the habit.
Tomorrow at 6:15 here on HTV, it's pantomime time, but now on HTV, it's Christmas shopping time with attitude. So use turbo power.
Over on ITV2 now, another chance to see tonight's episode of Coronation Street. Here on HTV, The Children from The Sound of Music.
And now here on HTV, Stanley Baker, Michael Caine and Jack Hawkins take on the might of the Zulu army.
A reminder not to miss our movie, The Great Escape. That begins this afternoon at 3:10. But now on HTV, a celebration of Christmas with Russell Watson.
Benson fans that he'll be desperately trying to establish order in the governor's household at 11:15 tonight when a number of bugging devices are suddenly discovered. But right now, Chairman Alf at Christmas.
Good morning and welcome to Christmas Day on London Weekend Television. Everyone here joins me in wishing you a very happy Christmas, and we've got some wonderful programmes coming your way for all the family to enjoy. So make sure you've got those last-minute presents wrapped and the turkey safely in the oven in time to spend a large part of the day with us on ITV. We've got two marvellous films for you this morning. After the Christmas morning service, there's Enid Blyton's Island of Adventure at 11:30, and in a few moments, Liza Minnelli in Journey Back to Oz.
And of course, if you want to take the chance, you can see Punchlines tomorrow evening at 6:10. There's comedy now with Peter Cook, and that's in The Two of Us. This is London Weekend Television, your weekend ITV. Now the news.
Good morning and welcome to London Weekend Television. And on this last Saturday, before the festivities really get underway, welcome to our Christmas programmes.
There's great Christmas fun for all the family if you join us for the entertainment on LWT.
Merry Christmas to everybody. From London Weekend and all of us at Dempsey Makepeace.
Dempsey's had his turn, so now it's mine. Happy Christmas from me too.
Now our final programme, Night Thoughts with Viscount Tony Pandy. Hello and welcome to Boxing Day here on LWT with a fabulous evening of entertainment in store. In a few moments, Sean Connery and Barbara Bach star in the James Bond film The Spy Who Loved Me. But first, let's take a look ahead to a programme later tonight.
Blue Watch, hope you're enjoying a happy and a safe Christmas. See you in the new year. Happy New Year!
To LWT viewers from Magnum PI,
Season's greetings.
The end of Boxing Day. We hope you've enjoyed whatever time you've been able to spend with us, and we look forward to being back with you again right after TVAM at 9:25, when we'll be saddling up the old BMX for the World Freestyle Championships. But now, from me, Peter Lewis, on behalf of all the gang at LWT, goodbye for the moment. Here comes Night Network.
From the Copycats team, Happy Christmas!
Hello, I hope you're enjoying your Christmas this year. And I'd like to wish everybody listening and watching London Weekend Television a happy, healthy, but especially a peaceful new year.
Have a very Merry Christmas with LWT!
I hope you're having a very good Christmas, and I just want to send season's greetings from me and her indoors.
To all my customers.
Christmas Eve on LWT.
And earlier at 5:15, Cannon and Bauble invite you to a Christmas Eve extravaganza with music from Krista Burr and Kim Wilde. Now, 321 Christmas Special.
Good morning, it's Christmas Eve, and before Santa sets off to deliver your presents, we've got a sack full of programmes for you. So share your Christmas Eve with LWT as we kick off with Scooby-Doo.
You're watching LWT, where now we go over to the studios of ITN to join Anya Sitaram for a roundup of the day's news. It's 6 o'clock.
From humble beginnings to worldwide phenomenon, this is the story of the Beatles.
Now on LWT, Clive James with a ticket to Argentina. Tomorrow night at 9, David Jason returns as Detective Inspector Jack Frost in the first of a two-part story, right here on LWT.
Next tonight, one more chance to be a Christmas millionaire.
Disney fans can enjoy 10 minutes of a cartoon now as Mickey Mouse's Radio Orchestra performs the Light Cavalry Overture.
I hope you're enjoying your Christmas night viewing here on Scottish. Coming up later at 10:15, today's news from ITN. But now the festive season brings an inevitable extra workload for The Watch in tonight's 90-minute special of London's Burning. Christmas night at the movies on Scottish. Now Eddie Murphy and Judge Reinhold star in Beverly Hills Cop 2.
You're watching Scottish television. We're now just before our action-adventure film Shout at the Devil in a couple of minutes. It's time to cross to ITN in London for an update of the latest national and international news headlines.
Good morning. This is Scottish Television serving Central Scotland.
A movie premiere now on Scottish. The late Jessica Tandy puts a very special talent on the airwaves. A dream come true for the Story Lady.
Now in Scottish, a tale of love lost and then found in the Scottish movie Splash.
When the wife of a murdered lawyer appears unmoved by her husband's death, Burke and Reed reckon they've caught the killer. But nothing is ever as straightforward in Taggart.
Cry, and I'm his brother Greg Kane, and we want to wish all the STV viewers a very happy Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Our Boxing Day movie is Racing Stripes at 12:45 here on STV. Now though, I dreamed a dream. It's the Susan Boyle story. still to come, and 3 marriage proposals may be in the air in 6 degrees. Then Night Screen takes us to the morning news at 5:30. Now though, it's STV Casino.
Dickinson's Real Deal is in an hour, but first on STV, it's time for House Gift.
Now, live from the heart of Edinburgh, the latest news focus east. It's Juliet Dunlop.
Watching STV, and this is the Jeremy Kyle Show. And before that, here on STV, the Tonight programme is at 7:30. After an anxious time lies ahead for almost everyone in Emmerdale. We're now on STV, taking us through to news at 10, part 1 of a chilling psychological thriller. Secrets, murder and mystery, they're all there in the poison tree. Well, later on at 11:05 on STV, John Bradby's our host for The Agenda. Right now though, before Scotland Tonight in half an hour, news at 10.
Torment continues for poor Belle in a dramatic Emmerdale act coming up at 7 o'clock this evening. Up now though, an equally dramatic Gino and Mel. Let's do Christmas. Oh yes indeed, there is the small matter of a grand final at 8:30 here on STV. Andrea, Fleur or Ben, who's it gonna be? Before that though, the Chase Celebrity Christmas Special is on. We're off to Nevada and Sin City at 9 as Trevor McDonald explores the underworld of Las Vegas, including a trip to Mike Tyson's mansion. Up now though, the first of tonight's 2 trips to Coronation Street. We're back to Coronation Street in half an hour, but first up, it's the Martin Lewis Money Show. Movie time now here on STV, featuring the voice talents of Mr. Tom Hanks. It's the Polar Express.
Later tonight, Deacon Blue's Ricky Ross talks about his humanitarian work. That's in Scotland Tonight at 10:30. Just now though, when Philip met Prince Philip.
Morning, welcome to STV. Now let's kick off our morning with Jeremy Kyle.
Don't miss the film premiere of Jurassic World. That's tonight at 6:40 here on STV. Meanwhile, gather round for a Spielberg masterclass from 1982. It's E.T. the Extraterrestrial.
Now here on STV, filmmaker Dia Khan meets members of the American far right with very strong and offensive, racist and homophobic language from the start and violent scenes that may be distressing. It's Exposure. Oh yes, only 1 hour to go until the I'm a Celeb final. Who will be crowned King or Queen of the Jungle? First though, it's Stephen Mulhern with an I'm a Celebrity catchphrase special. Here on STV, it's our early morning visit to the Jeremy Kyle Show. A cold case disturbs ghosts from the past, and things will never be the same for Sarah Panish's Bancroft. That's at 9 o'clock here on STV, our new 4-part drama. Before that though, it's back to Weatherfield for Coronation Street.
Now for some Saturday night quizzing, as the celebrities are all lining up and trying to win big money for their charities. All they have to do is outrun a quiz genius. best of luck in the Chase Celebrity Special. Good morning, this is STV, and in 5 minutes, it's the Martin Lewis Money Show. But now, it's time for a roundup of all the national and international news.
You're watching STV this Saturday morning. Now it's time for cartoon capers, superhero fun and much more in today's CITV.
For a story of courage and determination, stream episodes of the shocking true story Devil's Dust on the Player now. But here for all the latest headlines and updates, it's the lunchtime news. Bondi Beach's resident charmer and occasional vet, Dr. Chris Brown, can be found on the Player with eps of Bondi Vet streaming now. But first it's over to Omajilili for the winning combination. Join Julia Walters and her special guests as they explore Cornwall and Devon in the brand new For the Love of Britain tonight at 7:30. But now the contestants are taking on that pesky arcade machine again in Tipping Point. Catch the celebrities a splishin' and a splashin' as they race to row the length of Britain in Don't Rock the Boat, streaming now on the Player. But here it's time for some bradders and some ruthlessness in the Chase on STV.
It's the 1st of December. I think it's definitely acceptable to be getting excited about Christmas now. And Philip's got loads of great ideas on what we can get our loved ones this year. It's How to Spend It Well at Christmas, which was filmed before the current coronavirus restrictions were in place.
2 Emmerdales tonight on STV at 7, then again at 8, and Ben's playing Tipping Point at 5:05 this morning. First, with some strong language, step aside. Here comes the undercover big boss. You're watching STV, where the Lords will be stripped of their titles while someone's about to be appointed as the camp's first leader. I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here continues tonight at 9.
We've got amazing brand new box sets on STV Player. If you want to watch A Spy Among Friends with Damian Lewis, you can only see it on STV Player. And best of all, it's free. Go and see for yourself. But here, it's Britain's Got Talent Christmas Spectacular.
Thrills and entertainment with your top seasonal films this Christmas on Thames. Entertainment for Christmas Day on Thames. At 10:50, and for Boxing Day on Thames. At 9, the British team.
Now on Thames, the Disney premiere, Hayley Mills in That Darn Cat.
Next this evening, another chance for viewers to see Hilda Ogden's fond farewell to the street after the break.
And there's another chance to see the Queen's Christmas message at 6 o'clock tonight on Channel 4. Now on TVS we present our big film. Christopher Reeve stars as Superman.
You're watching Television South. Now on TVS we visit the US, Shropshire and Yugoslavia in Wish You Were Here.
Your ticket for the best seats and the best shows. Enjoy them all here this Christmas on TVS.
And on TVS right now, the latest dramas involving the Young Doctors.
Sparkling package this Christmas on TVS.
You're watching TVS. Now highlights of Kylie Minogue's first ever concert tour of Japan. Kylie on the go. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Monday the 24th of December, and from TVS, very good morning to you on the eve of the festive celebrations. Our aim is that you have fun today, and to that end, the new adventures of He-Man. The movie begins at 10 o'clock this morning, a feature-length edition of the cartoon hero in action.
Good morning and welcome to Christmas Eve on TV.
This is TVS, now the news from ITN.
But now, down in Sherwood Forest, Robin Hood struggles with the evil Prince John.
Yes, a very Merry Christmas to you from everyone here at Channel 3 North East. Well, Christmas wouldn't be Christmas without a nativity play, so now we have a rather special one. We join the youngsters at Flint Street Primary School.
Highlights for Boxing Day on ITV. At 6:45, join Michael...
Now, fingers crossed the Millennium Bug won't bite. UTV goes live to London as we count down to the year 2000 in the company of Trevor McDonald and Dermot Murnaghan. Classic drama on UTV tomorrow at 8:30 in Goodbye Mr. Chips. And tonight at 5 to 8 we discover what's in store for Emily in Coronation Street, right after Emmerdale.
Liverpool Cathedral is where we'll be for tonight's Christmas service on UTV at 11:15. But now the nightmare continues for Louise in Emmerdale.
We have a package holiday special in 30 minutes here in UTV. That's coming up after Coronation Street.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Sounds very plastic.
If I got my whole face done, it would be a Christmas present for everybody. If I went on and I says, Merry Christmas, I'm getting my whole face Botoxed in the new year and you won't know me when...
You know what I hate? Mince pies.
Do you?
It's like eating the flies graveyard.
Oh. Yeah. Christmas message. Christmas message. What are we going to say?
Well, we're going to say Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas. Is that it?
Michael, it's Christmas time.
Ha ha, brilliant.
Don't do that.
Sorry.
I do believe in Santa Claus. 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 I do believe in Santa Claus.
Coronation Street is on your screens in 30 minutes here on UTV. That's coming up after Emmerdale. The latest local news from UTV is on your screens in just over 5 minutes. That's after the very latest national and international news from the studios of ITN in London.
We've Emmerdale at 7 o'clock, followed by Coronation Street at 7:30. Then a double bill of Heartbeat begins at 8 o'clock. But now, the national news. We'll hear about the huge success of the George Best Foundation from George's sister Barbara McNary and his father Dickie Best at 11:15 tonight. Special guests of Jerry Kelly on UTV.
In 20 minutes, Tracy McGee presents the UTV News. That's included on the National and World Bulletin from ITN now at 10:30. This is UTV, your home for Christmas.
A double bill of the hilarious Harry Hill now on UTV. His TV birth is coming up shortly, but now a koala on the rampage and other camcorder calamities. In all new, You've Been Framed.
Is Northern Ireland really ready to make the sacrifices that are needed to counter the problem of climate change? It's the Insight debate tonight at 10:40. Matthew's secret unravels and Andy looks set to spoil Joe's good fortune in an hour-long Emmerdale tomorrow night at 7 on UTV. Now though, things get no better for Maria in Coronation Street.
In 20 minutes, all the latest local news from the UTV News Centre. But first, it's over to ITN for the national and international news.
We're back in Coronation Street in half an hour, and following that, Amanda Holden presents a countdown of the most popular songs sung by the Bee Gees. That's at 9 o'clock. Now on UTV, it's the Ken Gorms on Wild Britain with Ray Mears. Tonight's late movie stars Clint Eastwood in the West and the outlaw Josie Wales. That's right after UTV Live presented by Aidan Brown at 5 to 11. First, we join ITN for a full roundup of today's national and world news. You're watching UTV. It's 10:30. The following edition of The X Factor is a repeat. One act has been eliminated, but lines are still open for the remaining 2 acts. This programme also contains flashing lights. Now tonight's late national and world news from ITN. You're watching UTV. It's almost 4 minutes past 11.
In half an hour, it's the national and world news from ITN, but now the very latest from UTV Live.
Balls of Fury is our late film comedy on UTV at midnight tonight. Now though, strong language and adult humour on the Jonathan Ross Show. Balls of Fury is our late comedy movie on UTV in just over 15 minutes after tonight's ITV News Now, which contains flashing images. Say what you see. Good advice for the celebrity contestants on catchphrase in just under 15 minutes on UTV after ITV News at 6:45. Now on UTV, ITV News and weather. Now on UTV, ITV News at 6:30 with Mary Nightingale and Alistair Stewart. Feature-length Doc Martin for Christmas Day on UTV. That's coming up at 1, right after we see what's waiting for us now in the country-wise winter wonderland. Happy Christmas, everyone. Hope you've had a great day so far. Now, as if Christmas isn't enough to be getting on with, there's a wedding on the cards now, but will anyone actually make it up the aisle? In Emmerdale. Making it up the aisle against the odds. Remarkable couples share the experience of their extraordinary weddings tomorrow night on UTV at 9. Now, the chase is on.
Now on UTV, Jimmy Carr, Stacey Solomon, Mylene Klaus and Tony Blackburn must identify who habitats in a house like this on an I'm a Celebrity Get Me Out of Here special, Through the Keyhole.
In tonight's episode of The Bill, beginning in 30 minutes, Boyden feels a heroic deed deserves to be richly rewarded, but Monroe has other ideas. Right now, it's Coronation Street, and it seems the ghost of Christmas past has come to haunt Elf. Now a trip to old London town.
Now in West Country, time for a review of the 1995 Rugby World Cup. Now in West Country, Jim Carrey's new film Ace Ventura 2 is previewed in movies, games and video. Now in West Country, time for our film, the Disney fantasy A Mom for Christmas. Christmas Eve continues now on West Country with festive funny moments from the world of home video in You've Been Framed.
Good morning to you wherever you are in the southwest, and welcome on this Christmas Day to programmes from West Country. Well, our Yuletide offerings start now with a live Christmas morning worship. But now on West Country, the classic tale of Wind in the Willows.
Now on West Country, a rescue mission for Percy the Park Keeper.
Right now, beware of that ray unless you want to get shrunk. There's a roundup of the regional news and sports stories, plus a look ahead to the weekend weather in West Country Live, beginning earlier than usual in half an hour. And that's just enough time to take in some of Beatles' hot shots.
Hello, good morning to you, and a very happy Christmas from me, Paul Lally, and from all of us here at Yorkshire Television on this lovely Christmas morning. Now on Yorkshire Television, Gibraltar celebrates Christmas with a host of stars on the Ark Royal in a unique rock show.
Well, now on Yorkshire, it's time for our late movie starring Burt Reynolds in Stroker Ace.
Good morning, welcome to programmes on Yorkshire Television this Christmas morning as we join GMTV.
Good evening and a very happy Christmas from everyone here at Yorkshire Television. We follow the festivities down Britain's favourite street now with a special hour-long Coronation Street.
Now, super spy James Bond in Never Say Never Again.
Now, a pair of bounty hunters join forces in pursuit of an escaped killer in the classic spaghetti western for a few dollars more.
But now on Yorkshire, it's Christmas in Emmerdale. But now on Yorkshire, an observation goes wrong for the bill.
Mark Knopfler conducts a masterclass at 11:45 tonight, but now a seasonal calendar with Krista Ackroyd and Mike Morris.
A musical treat with Bing Crosby tonight, 11:10. So from the 30s, 40s and 50s up to the 60s with Heartbeat.
Now meet Edward and Vivian in Pretty Woman. This film contains strong language.